Kamiah, Millionaire. I'm Kodak Maya on Twitter and on my social media. I'm a third year pre-social work student and I'm from Lakeland, Florida. So yeah, recently I told my story on my last relationship and what happened, and so now I'm just gonna verbally explain everything that went down in that relationship. So we met almost a year ago. So like towards the end of November. We met at like the beginning of November, and we like hit it off instantly. Like he was messaging me on Twitter, but like I was curving him. Like he just wasn't appealing to me on Twitter. But I met him in person at a birthday party, and we hit it off. So like since then, we was together like all the time. Like after that party, we hung out like that following weekend, like that following Sunday, and yeah, we was together every day since then. So I would say things move really fast. But we were both like okay with that. Like I liked him, he liked me, like it was good. So we started dating. I think our date was like November 30th. So we started dating like 2 weeks after we started talking. So like I said, everything moved fast. So we started dating. Everything was peachy, everything was great. I was working, he was working. He stayed like around the corner from me. So like I didn't have a car or anything, so like he would walk to my house, like we would stay over. It was that kind of thing. So it was cool. So our first fight or whatever. So this was before we even started dating. I had went through his phone, and this was after our Thanksgiving break, and he pretty much was trying to like talk to other girls on Twitter, like shooting his shot, like, hey, you're cute, like, you know, doing all that while we was talking. So I should have known from there that he wasn't ish, but yeah. So yeah, so that happened. So then we start dating, everything is cool, and we get in fights, but like it wouldn't be like anything major for real. Like we get in fights, and like it would be aggressive, I would say, on both parts. Like it was more so aggressive on his part, but what I like, for me, I like to control myself. So when I get mad, I get really mad. So I would like try to push him off of me, like, cause he would try to be like in my face and like doing all that. And if he's that close to me, I'm gonna hit him. Like if he's in that range, like one time I did slap him because he was right there, and like I didn't even mean to. Like I apologized right after. I was like, I'm so sorry, like I didn't mean to do that. So like when I would push him, it would be like get off me kind of thing. So like when he would push me, he would like push me. Like one time we was in the bathroom, he pushed me like into the wall, and he broke my little toilet paper holder thing. Like it came off the wall type thing. So it would be like really aggressive pushes, but I didn't see it as anything because he was pushing me. Like he wasn't hitting me, so I was like, whatever, it's cool. So it was that, and then one time he banged my head into a wall. We was at his house, we was arguing. We would argue like every other day. Like it was like when we got bad, it was like bad almost every other day. Like so he banged my head into a wall at his house. Like he literally took my head and like banged it into the wall, and that was like the first like time he got really like crazy for real, I would say, like when he banged my head into the wall. And then campaign week. So I ran for Miss Junior. This was like it started on Valentine's Day. We had a terrible Valentine's Day because he was supposed to come out and help me. He was supposed to sit at my table on the first day. He didn't wake up. Like he just wasn't reliable. So we was fighting a lot then. And so campaign week, that's when everything started. So around my birthday, we was good. Well, we was straight from like February to like Marchish. So from and then we would like have fights, but it wasn't like anything like too crazy. So April comes, and this is around my birthday. My birthday's April 5th, and my best friend was here, and that's how I remember like the timeline of when everything happened, because she was here for like 2 weeks. So it happened within that 2 weeks. So it was right before my birthday or right after. So every time we would fight, we would break up. Well, not every time, but most of the time we would fight. He would be like, I'm done. Like, he would leave me, go to his house, and won't talk to me, block me, like, do all that. Like, we won't talk. I don't know what he was doing. So every time he would leave, like, he would do that. He would call me a bitch. Like, I would tell him, like, I'd be like, don't call me that. And, like, it would make him call me that more. Like, I'd be like, don't call me that. He'll be like, bitch, I'll call you a bitch if I want to. Like, that was stuff, like, he would do. And, he would tell me that I was ugly. Like, he like really tried to like degrade me. And yeah, so back to April. So this time I was like really done. Well, in my mind, I felt I was done. Like I finally gained the strength to leave him. So we're in the car and we're talking because we had argued that day. So I picked him up so we could talk. I was coming to break up with him. So I was like, you come to the car. I didn't want to come upstairs, nothing like that. Like I was really gonna do it. So I tell him like, I don't think this is working. Like we fighting, da 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 da. And he just like, we can work on it, and then all this stuff. And then at this point he's getting mad because I'm not budging. He's like trying to touch me and I'm just like this. So I'm in my car. I have a Volkswagen and it's real little. So I'm like all up like on the door like this, like trying to like get away from him. So then I'm still like telling him like, no, like we're done. Like you can get out now. He wasn't trying to get out. This was the night I had a Bluetooth adapter in my car and he just took it out and like smashed it on the ground just cause God knows what. So he's hugging me and I'm like, get off of me, like I don't want you on me. So he just wasn't getting off me. Like, I was pushing him off me, like he wasn't like budging. Like he was little, but he was strong. Like he was strong. He was real strong. So I'm like, get off me, get off me. I'm pushing him off me. He's not doing it. So I grabbed my key. I was like going like this, like trying to get him off me, and he wasn't like moving. So next thing I know, he's like up, but he starts like punching me. But it's not even register. Like it didn't register like what was going on, like until I looked in my little mirror and I saw that I was bleeding. Like my face was like bleeding. My lip was like, it was huge. My eye was black. It was red and then it turned like black. So I'm not even crying at this point because I'm just like, I'm like in shock. Like I'm shook. Like I've never been in a fight. I've never gotten punched. I've never really been hit for real except for like from my parents. So I've never experienced something like that. So I look at him and he's looking at me crying like he's looking at me crying, and so he's like, what did I do? I'm like, you just hit me. And then I start crying because I'm like, you just hit me. Like I can't believe. Like I start crying like hysterically, like crying. My face is like bleeding, and he's like, oh my God, da 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 da. He's like, I'm so stupid, da 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 da. I'm gonna kill myself. I don't deserve to be here. All this. So then I'm just like, no, like don't kill yourself. So like he was like, I'm gonna go jump off the balcony. So he gets out the car and he's like running to the balcony. So I'm literally like pulling him, like stop. I ripped his shirt, like I had to pull him by his pants. Like he was about to go up the stairs and jump off the balcony. So I had to go like save him and talk him out of it. So then we get back in the car and I'm just like, take me home. Like I need to like fix my face. So he takes me home and he fixes my face. He gives me ice and everything, and he's still crying. Like I'm still crying, and we're talking about it, and so we're talking about it, and pretty much I was just like, I don't want you to leave, because like it was late. It was like 3 in the morning, and I was like, I don't want you to leave. Like I don't want to be alone. Like I didn't want to tell anybody like what happened. Like me and him sat up there and made up a story. Like I didn't want to tell my friends because I had planned, like I wanted to still stay with him. So I think I was really like defending him. Like I didn't want my friends to think like he would just, because he was around, he was at my house. My friends, they were always around. So, and my best friend was visiting too. Like she doesn't even live here. So that was her first time meeting him, like whenever this happened. So I just didn't want to have that bad impression. Even though that I know like I shouldn't have stayed, but I just didn't want to be alone. Like I just felt really vulnerable. And you know, he told me like, you know, I'm not going to do it again. Like I'm really going to work on my anger. I'm really going to work on it. Like I love you too much. I can't believe I did that. I don't know what came over me. All this. So I believed him. Like I trusted like he was going to, that he loved me enough to not do that to me again. So yeah, so I told my friends like me and him was arguing in the car, and I was pulling back away from him, and I hit my face on the steering wheel. I know they didn't believe it, but they just went along with it because yeah. So My face, I didn't go to class. Like, obviously, I didn't go to class anymore. Like, my face was messed up. Like, my lip, like, I went to a set Friday, like, when my face first started healing. People, like, still noticed it. So, I stopped until my face was healed. And as a result, like, my grades dropped terribly. Like, I failed, like, 2 classes in my spring semester because of that. And, just a lot of things in general. I just didn't feel good at all. Like, all the time we was just arguing. Like, I wasn't myself anymore. Like, even my friends would tell me, like, I wasn't myself. Like, I wasn't me. I wasn't that fun, like, Kodak anymore. Like, I was always upset, like, very mellow. Like, I just wasn't the same. And, yeah, so that was just a really bad time. So, back to him. So, so that must have happened but after my birthday. Because on my birthday, we had plans to, like, do stuff, and so I get home from school, and well, I didn't go, I went to his house from school, and he's coming at me like, oh, I heard you was having sex with your best friend, and you was my best friend, he was a Kappa, he is a Kappa, that's when he just crossed, like, so he was like, I heard you was having sex with him, and you got a train ran on by his line or something like that. And so he told me that some girl came up to him and said that, and I was like, why would you even believe that? Like, you as my boyfriend, why would you believe that I would even do something like that when I wasn't even really sexually, I was 11 months celibate before talking to you, so why would you even believe that I would do something like that? So he still believed it. He was going off, calling me every name in the book, like a hoe, a slut, everything. So I was like, whatever. I'm like, I'm not going to sit here and defend myself and I know I didn't do it. I was like, if you want to believe that, that's fine. Like, you're going to lose me over something that's not true. So I try to leave, and my phone, I think he did throw my phone. And I was trying to go get it, and I was trying to look for it because it was like, but I don't know where it went. It was like behind the couch or inside the couch or something like that. And he wouldn't let me go look for it. Like, every time I go back, like, he'll literally pick me up and, like, throw me out the door. Like, so this happened like a few times because I'm not going to leave it on my phone. Like, I need my phone. So people was coming outside. People from FAMU, like, that I knew, they saw this happening. Like, I had just got my position 2 months ago, and I'm out here getting thrown out of a house. Like, that looks crazy. So, yeah, he just keeps throwing me out. And then he tried, I was just gonna leave. So I got my phone, and I was gonna leave, and then he followed me down the stairs. Like, he tried to push me. Like, I was about to start walking, he, like, pushed me, and so I stumbled. So I sat on the stairs and had to, like, scoot down the stairs. He lived on 3rd floor, and he kept following me down, like, trying to push me down the stairs. It was crazy. So that was one. And then another fight we got into, I don't remember the subject of the fight, but so pretty much he came to my house. Oh, I think I broke up with him, actually. He came to my house. He was like, you want to break my heart? I'm going to break your shit. So I opened the door because I didn't know who it was. And then, so that's what he said, and he barged in. So he came in there. He was knocking, like, stuff off the thing, off my dresses and stuff. He broke my TV because he knocked it off the thing. I had a mirror hanging on the wall. He broke the mirror. So yeah, after he does all that, he leaves, and I think I bring the mirror outside, like, to throw it out because it was broken, like, it was, like, shattered. So I bring it outside, and he's still at the door. And the mirror was like, I don't remember how this happened, but the mirror ended up coming on me. And so I had, like, cuts, like, I don't know if you can see, but, like, I have a cut right here. Like, it's like a scar on my arm from the mirror, from the glass on the mirror, because he, like, literally, like, threw the mirror on me with the broken glass. So, yeah, that was one thing.